Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or... Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how these speak to you and which part of you I resonate with as a reader. So if you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. And for those of you that are new to the channel, thank you for being here. Please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Okay, so before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week for this week is the Chariot card, which is always a great card. I love this because it's victory, it's success, it's coming out ahead of something. This is a card of winning, quite frankly, of being ahead of something, of doing really well, of coming up trumps. And the fact that you have this as your key to the week means that there is this victorious energy in the air for you this week. There's something of almost like a triumphant kind of nature that permeates the whole week. Pay attention to this and tap into it. This is a week where you can put your foot on the pedal and go for it. This is a week where the energy is behind you and you're tapped into it. Use it to your advantage. For your actions and options this week, you've got the Knight of Wands. So for those of you that are planning to travel at this moment in time, now, when I say planning to travel, I don't mean literally traveling this week, although for some of you it does look like you'll be hopping in the car at least. But if you are putting together plans for traveling later this year or planning a holiday, then this is a really great week to do so. Especially if this is you planning what I would call like a bucket list trip. So, you know, maybe you're planning to go somewhere that you've always wanted to go or always wanted to see. Now, another thing that comes up for you as well, it looks like not only have you smashed a deadline, but it looks like some of you have completed something with time to spare. Remember, your Knight of Wands is passionate and vibrant and energetic, and in a lot of ways these are qualities that I actually would say that Scorpios have. Yes, it's cooler than, say, like, you know, your fellow Martian sign of Aries, but Scorpio is a very feisty, fiery sign as far as I'm concerned anyway. There's definitely like a similar energy there, and this week that intensity and that sort of fiery magnetism that you're known for is definitely there. It's to the fore. Your passion this week, Scorpio, could really carry you forward. Give your time and energy over to that. Especially if there's something that you're really passionate about, this would be the week to get started with it or move towards it. For your communications and conversations, you have the Queen of Pentacles, right? So this week you are talking about your finances, about your achievements, about your goals on a material level. This is going to see you paying attention to two things in specific this week. One will be your health. You know, not to say that there's anything wrong there. Actually, I mean, with just these kind of cards, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of vitality, and it's like, okay, now that I feel good, what can I put this energy into? And this is a really good way to do something, you know, to do things like this. So when you have that energy of feeling great, one thing that I often do is when things are really good in my life, I will take a moment and I will send energy to my future self and say, right, if you're ever having a challenge, or, you know, when you feel just so pepped up and so happy and fortunate, and I will project that energy into my future self and say, right, okay, on a day where you're having a challenge or, you know, something comes up unexpectedly, I send you the energy that you need to get where you want to be or to change the situation to your advantage or your benefit. Now, try it, see how it goes for you. I know it definitely works for me. The other thing that you're going to be looking at is your health and also your budget, your finances, your money. For some of you, this is literally you looking at or into purchasing a vehicle, which is great. Now, for those of you that work for somebody else, this will see you considering the commute that you have to make to and from work. And I think you're paying attention to this week because you're asking yourself, how worth it is it really? It may be because for some of you the work is changing, or the place that the work happens is changing. So maybe your company is moving buildings, maybe they're even moving towns, and you're having to look at, right, what are the options here? You know, am I up for relocation? No, maybe not. Okay, well, you know, what does the commute look like? Is it possible? Is it feasible? For those of you that work for yourselves, this is lovely because in a lot of ways it sees you allocating new monies to the next thing. I mean, you guys are on this kind of relentless surge forward at the moment, which is great. But it looks like you're saying, right, okay, the next thing is going to be this. And this week you're asking yourself, okay, what are the funds that I need and how am I going to put them into this, which is great. It kind of looks like you're being very sensible with your money this week, which is great. Speaking of money, let's have a look. Ooh, okay, so you got the Seven of Swords, not great, but what this tells me is that at the moment you may be able to get a better deal elsewhere. All right, so whatever it is that you're looking to buy, especially if it's a vehicle, just look into that because maybe you're overpaying for it. The other way that this could play out for you as well is whatever it is that you're hoping to buy, to purchase, to put money into, you could get something better elsewhere. You just really need to look at where maybe you're not getting as good a deal as something is sold to be. Do you know what I mean? Just be aware of that this week. Now, especially if it's going to be some sort of travel, because you've got that Knight of Wands up in the air there as well. For your physical health and vitality, the Seven of Swords is your excuse me, hands, fingers, toes, hands, fingers and toes, hands, arms and fingers, this general area, right? So be careful with those. And also when it comes to if you are taking trips out and you're going out into nature, especially those of you that have, I don't want to say, you know, problems with your respiratory, but if you're restricted there, like you're asthmatic or whatever, this would be a week to really think about how you can improve that for yourself. And then for your home and environment, if you are going away from home this week, this would be a week for you to really lock up good. All right, just make sure that you lock your doors, make sure that the windows are closed, general stuff for sure. But with the Seven of Swords in the home sector, you would want to make sure that whatever you're you know, like if you're going away from home, you need to make sure that the place is secure. All right, that's the easiest way to put it. For your love and relations, you have the Four of Pentacles. For those of you that are partnered and in relationships, love is solid, it's stable, the relationship is great. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It does look like you guys are working on your finances together, which is really nice. It also looks like there is a sense of stability here at the moment, but there's also a sense of Groundhog Day as well. And maybe this is why you're traveling, you know, to shake things up a bit or to get out and get some different scenery. Lord knows, I think we are all ready for it at this point. You know, it's like, get me out. That's what I said. I'm not one of those people, but I tell you, at this point, I'm considering slapping on a pair of Speedos and walking down the high street. Oh, yeah. Jokes. Jokes aside, though, for those of you that are single, I have to be honest with you, because, you know, there's that Seven of Swords there that I don't really like. And I kind of feel like there may be somebody that you are either involved with, newly involved with, or kind of thinking about. This person has a bit of a shaky financial history, and I just want you to make sure that you're aware of what you may or may not be getting yourself mixed up in. All right, you yourself are solid in that department. But with that Seven of Swords, it makes me wonder if this person, not, you know, that they're with you for your money or anything like that, but you may not have all of the facts when it comes to how this person is with their materials. So, you know, just make an informed decision, as they say. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Also, for those of you that are single, if the love life is stagnant, you need to ask yourself why, because this is a really dynamic week for you. And if that is the one place of your life, or the one area of your life that doesn't seem to be moving, it's because something inside you is resistant to that idea. All right, with that said, take care and I'll see you soon.